You know, I'm getting ready to head out of work today, but I gotta say this. I have been an avid listener of hip hop, I could say since I was about 4 years old. And I'm gonna be keeping it very simple. Of all of the female feuds in hip hop history, they've never escalated to actual real life altercations that have made it into the public eye. This whole thing with Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, I knew it was going to happen, but it shouldn't have. But it tells you the maturity between both of them. And this is why I made the comment I made last night about saving our culture as Black people. Because this shit is too much of degradation. And I feel as though we better put this shit on pause. Because if we don't, this is gonna destroy us. And I'm going to talk about it real quick. Good morning, everyone. Thank you. This is your girl, Miss Anna Little Cole. I'm coming to you straight out of NYC on this cloudy Saturday morning. And with the topic I'm talking about today, I don't even want the sun to come outside because this is some bull crap. First of all, both of these young ladies come from my city. They come from my city, okay? And Nicki Minaj, my friend went to school with Nicki Minaj, okay? And I'm going to honestly say this. I'm not a fan of Nicki Minaj, but my friend who went to high school with her at LaGuardia told me that she was a really cool person, okay? Now, from what the people I know who know Cardi, they didn't really speak that much highly of her, but that's not why I have my sentiments towards her. It's just that the way I look at everything, I just feel as though Cardi B, somebody needs to pump the brakes on her because she's going to ruin it for herself. She's got a good thing going. She's going to ruin it for herself with these little antics. Now, this morning I wake up and I see on YouTube that Nicki Minaj and Cardi B got into a fight. But when I'm looking at the photos, I'm looking at Cardi B with a knot on her head. So I'm listening to the videos and it really wasn't a fight, but Cardi B instigated the assault, but she was the one that was left injured. And this is something that I could see Nicki doing. I could see Nicki leaving, not laying hands on her. But anyway, People magazine reports that Cardi B left injured after trying to fight Nicki Minaj at New York Fashion Week party. The feud between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B turned physical. On Friday night, the rappers got into a fight at the Harper's Bazaar Icons party that left Cardi bruised. A source confirms to People the bash was part of the festivities for New York Fashion Week. An insider tells People that Cardi arrived at the event first. After Nicki showed up, there was an altercation on the second floor balcony during a Christina Aguilera performance. The scene was effing crazy. The insider tells People it was entourage against entourage. They had their altercation on the second floor balcony, right above the red carpet. All of a sudden, there was a big commotion. Everyone didn't know what was going on. Immediately following the incident, Cardi was escorted out by security while Nicki stayed inside. Cardi was seen leaving the party with a large lump on her forehead, but no shoes. She left barefoot with her dress ripped and burnt and butt out, sources said. Cardi was wearing a red Dolce & Gabbana gown. Videos of the incident were posted on social media. In one video posted by Twitter user Mahalia, Cardi B can be seen making a lunge towards someone, though it's not entirely clear if it's the Barbie Dreams rapper. Another video obtained by Cosmopolitan, Cardi can be seen removing her shoe as she repeatedly screams, "I will F you up." Cardi is then seen throwing her shoe before she is dragged away while yelling that people were talking about her daughter. An NYPD public information officer confirmed to People that there have been no arrests at this point and officials are still on the scene, noting that while the incident itself has ended, the investigation is still ongoing. Representatives for the rappers did not immediately respond to People's request for comment. Cardi later wrote a long scathing Instagram post which she entitled "Period." It did not mention Nicki by name, but it suggested she had tried to sabotage Cardi's career and also spoken badly about the rapper's daughter, Culture Chiari. I've let a lot of slide. I let you sneak diss me. I let you lie on me. I let you attempt to stop my bags. F up the way I eat. You threatened other artists in the industry, told them if they work with me, you'll stop effing with them. I let you talk big S about me. she wrote. I addressed you once in person. I addressed you a second time in person. And every time you copped the plea. But when you mentioned my child, you chose to like my comments about me as a mother, make comments about my abilities to take care of my daughter when all bets are off. I've worked too hard to come too far to let anybody F with my success. Bitches talk all that shit in they raps, but in real life, they pussy. This shit is really for entertainment. Brawls at Fashion Week events are hardly the norm. So the incident quickly became talk of the party, with many of the famous attendees watching the videos on their phones. And there were people there such as Martha Hunt, Gigi Hadid, all these famous white people. And people said, as soon as the performance let out, everyone was hunched over their phones looking for pics. Little groups popped up everywhere. Organizers were as shocked as everyone else, the source added, noting that the incident occurred in the worst spot because it was in full view of the red carpet. Friday's night's feud comes after a long-running feud between the pair. Nicki, however, has denied that there was ever any bad blood between them, though she did acknowledge a specific instance where she felt Cardi was ungrateful. And Nicki says, the only thing that Cardi really, really, really hurt my feelings was the first interview she did after Motorsport. Nicki explained of her collaboration on the song with Cardi and Migos. I remember when I first came in the game, if a female of that stature had done a feature with me on it, I would only be singing their praises and saying, thank you. The first interview she did after Motorsport came out, it really hurt me. She looked so aggravated and angry, and the only thing she kept saying was, oh, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear her first. And I was like, what? So that's their whole little scrap. And this is my take on this. First of all, both of y'all have issues, Nicki and Cardi. I'm going to start with you, Nicki. Nicki, you've been in the game consistently, believe it or not, since 2004. And on the local scene, you were really cool. You were very humble. Okay, I remember your interviews that you used to post on YouTube, or maybe your people, your street team. And you were very friendly. You weren't like this real attitudeful person. But something happened, I believe, when it started with you and Lil' Kim. And you carry that animosity because Lil' Kim did not like you because Lil' Kim felt you didn't really pay homage to her. And you love Lil' Kim, but I believe that because of you and your feud with Lil' Kim, Foxy came into it. And I believe that Foxy Brown has kind of shaped your mentality as to where you feel the need to basically attack other female rappers, not in a vicious way as you want to fight them, but in this way where you feel like you gotta be defensive because you feel that they're all out to get you, because that's how she was. And Remy Ma said that when she came out of prison, you tried to block her from gigs. You tried to block, I could name a couple of rappers I can't name them off the top, but it was a lot of rappers that were out at the time. And they really said that, you were trying to block them from their success, but you never wanted to lay hands. But see, you got this young girl named Cardi B who, believe it or not, was idolizing you when you first came out. And she was in high school, getting ready, to become an adult. And this person was mimicking your style. And now she's the biggest thing in the rap game as a female. And you didn't think she was going to blow up like she did because she came from Love and Hip Hop, the same place, the same time that Remy was cast. But you were so threatened by Remy, you didn't see her coming up. And she was pushed up there. They could have had Remy up there because I'd rather Remy up there, but Remy's not willing to do the stuff that Cardi B is willing to do. She's not willing to push that agenda. The stripper whole mentality agenda. Remy's not that type of woman, She's not going to whore herself out, whereas Cardi B is willing to whore herself out. And not even Nicki. Nicki was willing to do it too, but she's willing to do it more so now than actually before because she's at that age where she feels that they're going to leave her behind. Second of all, I feel as though, and this is just my opinion, I feel as though Cardi B, you're setting yourself up for failure. You got into the game real quick. You got into this quicker. And it was handed to you on a silver platter. I'm not saying you didn't work hard for it, but you didn't grind as hard as most people have in the industry. You went from loving hip hop to being an international name. And I feel that you don't really understand the fact that you're no longer a stripper. You cannot go to high fashion events or even high class events to fight. Now, what a lot of people won't report is that Nicki did not fight Cardi B. She didn't. Cardi B threw the shoe at her when she saw her. Okay? She sat down, and that's when Cardi B threw the shoe at her. But it didn't hit her. It hit one of Nicki's entourage members. Now, the person who gave her the knot in her head, that was Ra Ali. Ra Ali is a former friend to Remy Ma, and she used to be on Love and Hip Hop quite a bit. I met Ra Ali, and I could tell you, Ra Ali, from my encounter with her, she's pretty cool. She's pretty cool. I don't know the issue between Ra Ali and Remy. I'm not going to get into it, but me and Ra Ali, we had a talk, and we was just, vibing and everything at an event, and it wasn't like some big fancy event. It was basically the opening of a restaurant. And she was really cool. And I think probably what Ra Ali probably saw, probably from working with her on Love and Hip Hop, she probably was like, why would you go to a high fashion event and want to fight Nicki and then throw a shoe at her? Like, if you're so big and bad, all you have to do is walk up to Nicki and fight her, but don't throw a shoe at her. You ruined your Dolce & Gabbana dress, which is very expensive. And I hope you owned it, because if you rented that dress, you got to pay an extra fee on top of it so that the designer can have it fixed. So a lot of people are going to come up on you about this, Cardi B. And I would say on this quote unquote fight, which really didn't happen between Nicki and Cardi B, I got to say Nicki won this. Nicki won. Because Nicki ain't even had to lay any hands on you, and you ended up with a knot. You did all that hysterics, throwing shoes at her and whatnot, and you ended up with a knot on your head. And they're not going to arrest Nicki because Nicki didn't lay hands. Nicki just looked at you like, okay, all right, whatever. But you got drugged out on Fashion Week. You the one that's looking like Boo Boo the Fool. And people are saying that you can't control yourself. Therefore, they're not going to rock with you. You're going to lose a lot of stuff behind this. A lot of sponsorships. A lot of people's not going to want to invest with you anymore because of this. And Nicki, even though she may not be selling as much as you, she may not be charting as high as you on the charts, but because of how she composed herself between that altercation, people saw it up close. They're going to look at Nicki as a person who has more self-control. You are the person that they're not going to rock with. They're going to look at you as the crazy banshee chick who still has that stripper mentality. You did say you was a freak ass hoe. You allowed your husband to finger pop you in public and in a car. So you're proving them right. All those ideas that people have of you that's not good, you're proving them right. And with that being said, this is your girl, Miss Analytical, signing off. I'm getting ready to head out to work and get my own bag, okay? And with that being said, take care. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'll be back probably tonight or tomorrow.